And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. It's Friday afternoon, and the market is going to wrap up here. And what do we talk about Monday this week? We broke the descending triangle to the upside here on the on Sunday. Monday, we said, hey, very likely going to come back and retest, and then we wanted to see a breakout to the upside. That's exactly what we did. We got a higher high, and the question is this going to be the higher low for Bitcoin on the daily time frame based on a candle basis? And that is pretty much a perfect retest of the range breakout. On the other side of the fence, if we do look at this from wick to wick, we did come right to the 618, rejected, hit the 382. And yeah, the next momentous move should be up to that 236 at 21,840 on spot price action. If this move's going to have any continuation legs, should I say the least. But let's check in on the dollar as well. US dollar did put in a bit of a bounce here. And if we close anywhere here or higher, what I am looking at is that bullish divergence on the other side. We got 1, 2 higher lows in price and 1, 2 lower lows in RSI. So if we do close anywhere above this wick, that'll confirm this as a local low. And I would be looking for a pretty good shot, coming into next week for the dollar, maybe up to the 0.5 of the 618. We already hit the 382. How would we invalidate that? Well, if the daily comes back and closes back below the support level at 110, I'm going to be looking for a run at that green box, which I do actually think is likely to happen. I do think something more like this. We come up here and then we come back and test the green box. So just, not a guarantee, just what I'm looking at on the daily time frame for the dollar. Why do I think that green box is still valid? Well, this kind of a bearish close, and mind you, we have 3 hours left in the day, and we have seen crazier things over the past few weeks. If we did regain the 9 and close the day above 111, that might look good for a bounce, but overall this is more bearish continuation, and I do expect a red candle coming into the end of at some point next week. I would say that we probably open up down for the dollar, which what does that align with? That aligns with Bitcoin continuing the bounce on more the macro time frame. And let's take a look at the weekly here, and the weekly for spot price doesn't close today, it closes on Sunday. But more importantly, we do have CME closing today. And for me, closing above 20,565 does confirm this bullish divergence. And pretty much I should be looking for a shot over the next week or two up to that 22.6, that yellow 21. Yeah, that again, we got lower lows in price, higher lows in RSI, and that is just the one drive variety. But going back to these lows right here, you could almost call it the 3 drive variety, and really this move could start to get going. And here's where I'm looking for the next 40 to even 50% move. If the volatility begins to expand, right? We are at extreme lows on CMEs, almost as low as before. So we got kind of a false breakout or false move last time. But as we begin to expand above 20%, again, these are statistics and probabilities, not guarantees. But as this does get expansion back above 20%, we regain the exponential and we get a positive slope, very similar to what we saw right here. I do think we'll get one of the next greater moves, probably to the tune of 40 or 50% in either direction. So what I've kind of been talking about with the guys is, yeah, we could get a pump on the daily time frame anywhere below 25,000, I'm just looking at as another lower high. So we get maybe, a 20% or even a pump up to 22,500, right? A move in that size would be 20%, right? 24% gets you up to that $23,000 level. And, for me, this is kind of a no trade zone, right? I don't want to take trades against the primary trend. So I do imagine if the dollar does continue down, which we are expecting overall next week, we might play out a bounce first. So what am I trying to say here? If the dollar bounces here coming into next week, right, up to 112, let's say Bitcoin, right, has an inverse correlation, right? And, maybe we do test down to the breakdown level somewhere, anywhere around $20,000. As long as we don't lose that on the daily time frame, I would remain with the upside bias. Additionally, you're going to have daily Stokes, which are going to be remaining to the upside as long as Bitcoin's closing above 20,400. Sorry, 20,363 on the daily time frame. So actually over the weekend, which Bitcoin typically trades sideways over the weekend, stock market is closing pretty bullish. So what else am I looking at? Really, a daily closure above 21,000 is going to look good for continuation to the top side of the range at about 22.4. If we start closing dailies anywhere below that $20,000 pivot, I do believe we will be heading back down, quite a bit. First stop down at 19.5, and then probably hard to judge it from there. But as far as the weekly goes for spot price, same thing. We're not going to have that weekly closure until the end of the week. That would confirm the divergence. Two drive variety typically gets you a drive to that 21, which is coming right in at about 22.5. So that's it for the weekly time frame. How's the month wrapping up here? So after a gravestone month, that is, we got 3 days and 5 hours left. Happy Halloween to you guys. If I don't say it to you earlier, when is Halloween coming in? The 31st is going to be Monday. So Halloween is on Monday next week. And then Wednesday is going to be the interest rate hike. And so maybe we put in a little bit of a rally before the interest rate hike. Bearish engulfing candle on the monthly. Wow, that's interesting. We got 2 days left, 2 days and 12 hours left. The monthly is not going to close today. It'll close on Monday. That'll be important to see how that closes. And would we have any divergence? Two drive variety, perhaps. That could lead to a greater bounce. Pretty interesting right there. What else did I want to bring up? How's the S&P looking? Monthly, not as strong. NASDAQ, not as strong, but holding it up on that green 55, typically a bounce area. Dixie on the monthly. And I'd say all eyes on the dollar. And I'll be bringing back some more cryptocurrency news on Monday. Remember, GDP just came out higher than expected. So after the first half of the year was negative, we just came out with 2.6% for Q3. Better growth than expected. That shows what the Fed is doing is not working. Additionally, personal income and personal spending came out today higher than expected. People are spending more money. Inflation is not coming down. So I'd be aware next month, the CPI print, additionally the rate hikes, and what else? Earnings have been pretty bad. Where did I have? No, that's the yield inversion curve. I got it somewhere. Companies ranked by, so Apple's earnings were bad. They're down 3% today. Microsoft down 2%. Alphabet and Google and Amazon, I mean, all taking hits. And, we know Facebook bit the dust. So how is the market getting an overall bounce today in the face of a dollar bounce as well? So a bit of a nuance today, right? I mean, look at this daily closure. That would be a bullish engulfing candle. That would imply continuation going into, I mean, that's not totally engulfing. So, but yeah, generally that implies continuation to the upside going into next week. And as I mentioned, with the weekly close, that is a bearish close. So is this daily test just kind of retesting a fib here and going to head down first thing tomorrow? I don't know. But I am pretty confident, again, at some point the dollar is going to come back down here. That aligns with Bitcoin taking a little bit more of a bounce, possibly going into next week. I just wonder how the federal interest rate hike coming in on Wednesday next week is going to affect the market. Another 75 basis points. It's not exactly going to help out the mortgages and the real estate prices. And what else? So one comparison I wanted to bring up here is these companies. Here we go. Companies rank. So market cap of Apple, $2.2 trillion. Microsoft, $1.6 trillion. Google, $1.2 trillion. Amazon, $1.1 trillion. Tesla, $700 billion. And just look at what's happened to some of these stocks. Oh, I got them right here. Starting off with Microsoft on the weekly. Let's take a look. Almost a bearish engulfing on the weekly. I mean, these are the biggest corporations in the world, right? We're talking about big companies taking huge hits. Google, I mean, look at Google drawn down from the highs. Down 38% from the high. Bearish engulfing implies continuation to the downside going into next week. So are these guys sounding the alarm bells? I mean, Facebook, wish I short that puppy. Talk about a macro trend reversal. Facebook is the same price today as it was in 2016. Nike, another big drawdown. Netflix popping up a bit. I guess people are staying home, not working, watching Netflix. The other big one, Apple, playing out a big bounce today. That's probably carrying the whole dang market right there. How are the banks doing? JP Morgan, big bounce. Snap, horrible stuff. Twitter's going public as of today. Elon Musk took it over. I think this is the last trading day for Twitter. And what else do we got going on here? So I'm giving you the comparison because what's going on here, Bitcoin's market cap is $395 billion. Ethereum is $190 billion. Tether coming in $68 billion. BNB, for all the Binance fans, $47 billion. USD coin, that is Coinbase's stable coin, coming in at $43 billion. XRP. So top four coins right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP. We're not going to count, the stable coins. And then you got Solana, which is, I guess, the number one or the number two layer one behind Cardano. And Solana's got a market cap of $11 billion. And let's just take a look at what Solana's done on the chart. And I'm just going to give you a food for thought on this. Where's my Solana? So almost 100% retracement. That is not the oldest price history for Solana. Let me see. So as you can see, when the market does bottom out for crypto, there's going to be some incredible buying opportunities. Where is probably the oldest history? It's probably on Binance. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So not quite a full retrace yet. That would be the 2020 lows coming in at 80 cents all the way down. All the way down. So, but what do we have here? If we confirm in 2 days, this is a higher low, right? We'd have 1, 2, 3 drives. I'd be looking for a move up to the 21 at $40 at a minimum. That's a pretty easy play. Invalidation, any kind of a closure back below 26. So, I mean, let's see what kind of a move that would look like. 28%. Not bad. Might want to take a look at that. Why is that? Again, we've got 1 low, 2 lows, 3. 3 drives gets you a shot to the 21. 4 drives to the green 55. I mean, technically speaking, actually, the green 55 is a pretty normal target for the 3 drive variety. And that would put Solana, yeah, I mean, that would just be a weak bounce. I could see a bounce. I mean, if Bitcoin in general plays out a 20% bounce, assets like this can pop, 2 to 1, so 20. Bitcoin bounces 20%. This thing bounces 40 or 60%. And where would 40 to 60% take us on this? And this would be, I mean, just really bullish. Oh, that's 200%. There's no way we're going to get that kind of a bounce. 382, that's 84%. That's 40% right there at the 21. That's more realistic. Wow, this thing's got a lot of work to do if it wants to ever recover again. Volatility is extremely low, and the Stokes will cross up above $30 today. Excuse me, in 2 days. 31.82 will cross up above 30.75. So maybe something to keep an eye on here. Also, we've got the RSI. Yeah. Regaining the exponential from a low level and huge divergence. I mean, that's just massive divergence of the 1, 2. I mean, that could be 3, 4 drives. I'd expect a decent bounce going in for Solana. If we confirm this as a local low, again, we've got 2 days and 5 hours left. So don't hold your breath on that one. I think that's it for today, guys. But I wanted to give the comparison because if these major tech companies are getting killed, that's why some of these other coins can really start to get killed. And when they do, I mean, you know how many times Dogcoin, which by the way, the market cap on Doggycoin, it's at 8 cents. Never forget when it hit 22, up 42% in the past 7 days. I guess they think they're going to use Doggycoin on Twitter. That's why everybody's buying into that hoopla, which I did not get on the coattails of that trade. But market cap, 11 billion for Doggycoin. The number, wow, right behind Cardano and Solana. So Doggycoin holding it up by market cap. That there's something to say about that. But the reason I wanted to bring it up really quick, Doggycoin, get your Shiba Inus out. Doggycoin, call it Elon's coin, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, does Binance have the oldest history on it? Wow, look at that. Powerful doggy. So how many times, that's why I was bringing this up. How many times, this is an old coin, by the way. It's been around for some time, but it has had a history of doing these 100% retracements, and it goes back. Okay, auto. To the last couple of bull runs. Here's the first bull run. When did this come out? When did Doggycoin come out, guys? January 2014. Pumps from not 3 to not 2. Just to give you an idea, an example of that kind of gain was a 1,000% gainer. Not bad. Okay, and then what happened? We went all the way back down there. 100% retracement by, gosh, even more retracement. Yeah, so it came back all the way down, down to doggy town. Right, so it's gone up 100%, down. It's happened a million times in doggy coin's history. So could we get a full retracement all the way back down to 5 cents? I wouldn't say it's out of the cards at all. But as for this week, we're going to confirm that divergence. And it looks like a lot of these coins are going to do that. Just massive bullish divergence. I'd be looking for doggy to come back and retest the breakdown level here at 10 cents. That's on a weekly. That's probably going to look good. But point being, 100% retracements, that's what happens in these types of markets. Hope you guys enjoyed today. If you have any questions, post a comment below. Have a blessed weekend. We'll check back in with you on Monday. Take care.